So it's another beautiful weekend and another fun adventure. And continuing with the OEM Plus theme on my Tundra upgrades, I have found the one item I have been looking for since I got the truck. So there's like one checkbox that wasn't checked on this build when they rolled it out of the assembly line, and I've been looking for it ever since I've owned it. And it just has never quite fit in the budget. But today I found one and we're on our way to get it. So Dad and I are traveling, and we just had the train arms drop in front of us. You sure don't get this up in Traverse City.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah!
120 cars.
120 cars. And you thought 30.
Hey, railroad is alive and well in some areas.
Yeah, still working. Woo! My hand's getting hurting from holding the phone for so long. So this is the stock exhaust. Probably heard it before. I've videoed in this truck 100 times or more. Looking forward to having a little bit more rumble. Hopefully it's not so much that it makes it difficult to use the Apple CarPlay, the Bluetooth calling, or videoing and stuff. So, but I'm excited. Looking forward. We got to pick up, so the exhaust kit did not come with the mounting bracket for the left-hand tailpipe. That's part of the kit if you buy it right from Toyota, but it was $350 and not $2,700, so I'll source a bracket. A little cruising with the back window down. Toyota dealer to pick up a little bracket I ordered so that we can install that TRD Pro Dual exhaust kit. So we picked up our exhaust hardware that we needed. Let's go home and see if we can get this stuff installed. All right, so I stopped at Toyota. I picked up the little bracket that I did not get with my TRD Pro Dual exhaust kit, and it was like 60 some bucks. So total, I'm into this TRD Pro Dual exhaust for just a little over 400 bucks, which is awesome. So we're gonna get this thing lifted up, see if we can get her swapped out. Well, got this thing lifted on the hoist. So it looks like there's some factory exhaust bolts here that are really, really crusty. So that's gonna suck. But it bolts to these factory flanges here and here. And it's got a coupler right after the muffler. Take that apart so we can get it out of here in a couple of separate pieces. Yeah, guess we'll do whatever it takes because I want that new system on here. So we removed that clamp from the back side of the muffler. I ended up taking a cutoff wheel, cutting the heads off of the bolts for the 4 flange bolts at the front. And then hopefully we can work the bolts out the other way, but there was not enough head on any one of them to even think about getting a socket on them. It just wasn't gonna happen. So I've sprayed a little penetrating lube oil on all that rubber hangers, and we're gonna get this system down and out of here, and then we will see if we can extract what's left of those broken bolts. Days like today, I really envy you guys that live south of the Salt Belt. So once I have the system removed, I found that these bolts actually have like a shoulder to them. So my original intention was to take the nasty thread that we're sticking out here and just pull it this way. But with the shouldered bolt, there's no threads to do that. So what I've done is cut off the excess rusty threads that were sticking out. So now I'm only dealing with the set of threads that's inside of the existing welded on nut. I'm gonna try and weld nuts to these shoulders and see if I can get them to back out. Sometimes just the heat of the weld is enough to kind of break that free so that you can unthread these. So we're gonna see how it goes. So I decided to just grab vice grips and try and grab on, because the portion of bolt that's left is actually kind of shiny. And I was able to thread this one out. Unfortunately, the bolts, or the nuts, the nuts that were on the back side are so rusty, they're just disintegrating. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the backside off as well. Leaves me a nice clean flange, and we'll just go get some new hardware, nuts and bolts to bolt this thing together. We have success. We ended up cutting them bolts all off, or nuts off the backside. Everything's ready to go. We're gonna take this new bracket that we have to install for the driver's side or left-hand side tailpipe, and that goes on the frame up here. We're gonna get that installed, and then we'll see if we can start fitting some hardware up here. So I've got that new bracket installed, and we'll slide the rubber isolator on it. Always a good idea to spray a little oil on all of the little studs. It just makes everything slip together so nice and easy. So we're gonna do that to all of them and see if we can get the system up here and hanging. So I went and picked up some new hardware and getting ready to slide the new exhaust under here, but it's just something you gotta do as a car guy when you got the exhaust all off of your truck. So let's see if it'll. Here we go. It's not even that loud, honestly. I was totally expecting way more noise than that. Something about having 4 catalytic converters, I guess. I don't want to let it run too long and get hot, so let's get to bolting this new exhaust on here. We got the first section locked into its hangers, and the pipe slid together here. We'll throw some bolts in that, then we'll put on the 2 tailpipes. All right, everything's all bolted up, tightened up. New fasteners, the hanger bracket. Probably should have polished the tips before I got it all installed, but let's see what she sounds like now. Just a little bit of rumble. Let's get it down and go for a ride. All right, so initially the driver's window is open. All the other windows are closed. Just gonna fire it up. So at an idle with the window down, you can hear that it has just a touch more exhaust note than it did before. Only probably because the exhaust note's coming out of this side and the window's down. With the like windows closed in the truck, yeah, you can hear it a little bit. Makes a little noise. I'm not opposed. It's not like ridiculous, but yeah. more sound. Not ridiculous. Not enough that I think it's going to drown out my ability to use the Bluetooth for phone capabilities or to listen to music or anything. Not bad at all. Let's drop that back window and see what it sounds like. Pulling away from an intersection with the window down. Ooh, I like it. I'm curious, we're about to hit some hills. And some guys complained of like a drone noise when they were going up hills. Other guys said no, so we'll find out in a minute. Windows all closed. Yeah, that's sweet. So we're gonna hit this big hill here with the windows all closed and just see. I love it. I think it sounds great. It's a easy mod. Thankfully, I found it very reasonably priced, which I don't know. That's kind of me, I guess. I usually don't spend the big dollars unless I absolutely have to. I've been patient, and the right deal came along. Here's the hill. So yeah, obviously it's downshifting. You can hear the noise a little bit, but nothing that would drive you crazy. Well, I took the wife for a ride and she agrees it sounds great. However, I did apologize to her because I'm probably going to be going through a lot more gas because I like the way it sounds when I put my foot on it.